Hello everyone, we are Group A1 to present our comprehensive literature review on knowledge management practices of tourism industry. Tourism industry relates the intention of people traveling to various locations either domestically or internationally. People don't travel just for leisure, they travel for their education purposes, business purposes, etc. Tourism is a major industry in relation to the foreign exchange journey. When we consider the nature of knowledge within the tourism industry in relation to literature, Plato has said that the knowledge is justified through belief. Tourism is a knowledge-based industry, but according to Cooper, in early time, it has been slow adapting to knowledge management due to the challenging of developing a knowledge culture for service organization. However, with the time passing, knowledge management practices such as knowledge creation, knowledge use, sharing, transferring, IT and HR practices take place, and those are vital for tourism industry nowadays. Nonaka and Takachi stated that the knowledge generation is the number of people influencing the process of providing tourism product is multiple and mutual interaction leads to an increase in knowledge. Innovations mainly depend on knowledge, and as a result, tourism industry provides unique, distinctive and differentiated products. Knowledge acquired from both internally and externally. Accordingly, tourism gain knowledge through review in online traveling websites and databases, which increase complete knowledge of the firm related to tourism industry. It's all about knowledge creation. Now I invite Jayanti to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Duranga. Then let's move to knowledge sharing and manage within the tourism industry. The knowledge sharing is very important in developing skills and capabilities within a team or between teams. And also it can be used to enhance the value of a particular organization. Especially knowledge sharing can be used to gain competitive advantage for business organizations to compete in dynamic and competitive environment. Online sharing has become a dominant method of knowledge sharing in the tourism industry. That is because of the growing of technological equipment in all over the world. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, online sharing tools, and online review systems are widely used as online sharing methods. Another most important thing is that language skills. It is one of the most unique strategy of sharing knowledge in the tourism industry, because we have to work closely with tourists from different countries who speak different languages. Word of mouth and close relationships with customers are another knowledge sharing methods. Knowledge sharing facilitates not only to tourist organizations, but also tourists to know more information about their tour from previous customers. So, tourism organization can attract more tourists and can provide very impressive service for their customers if they have more knowledge. Further, investors of tourism industry gain knowledge about the industry that they expect to invest their capital. Finally, we can say if an organization can manage the knowledge in proper way, they can position the industry or organizations in a competitive internal and external environment. Then I am going to describe how the knowledge management practices of tourism industry is facilitated by ICT and HRM practices. First, I will describe about ICT and knowledge management practices. As a method of knowledge sharing, online review systems and social media platforms can be identified. Research was carried on online reviews and identified that approximately 75% of tourists consider the content of review before deciding their journey plans. Moreover, online reviews are used as a market intelligence app, as it provides the data on customer requirements, their trends, and the complaints of customers. This can be described as method of knowledge acquisition from the hotel perspective. And also ICT plays an important role in knowledge storing. When we talk about HRM and knowledge management practices, human resources plays an important role in tourism industry in relation to knowledge management. A knowledgeable worker can be described as strategic asset to the firm, and that asset is key contributor to the success of the firm. And also, early I mentioned that ICT is very important in knowledge storing, but only explicit knowledge can store using ICT tools. The basic knowledge can only be stored in a human being. So these are the practices of knowledge management in relation to ICT and HRM practices in tourism industry. Over to you, Irangani.
Thank you, Jayanti. Now I am going to discuss the arguments based on the theories that we learned with regard to the literature review. There is a big relationship between innovations and knowledge creation. So the literature review stated that tourism industry provide unique, differentiated and distinctive products. And tourism industry uses customer reviews, which is an external source of information and databases, which include knowledge inside the organization. Then arguments for knowledge sharing. There are three theories on knowledge sharing and the achievement. First one is social capital theory, describes the improvement of social relationship with knowledge sharing. As an example, tourist experts and professionals can manage and share the knowledge in data that can be maintained close relationship between with customers. The second theory is social dilemma theory. Social dilemma theory explains that people are hesitated to share the knowledge as they think if they share the knowledge, it will become a public good. As an example, assumes that one organization discovers a new technology, but they hesitate to share it because they think other organizations will take the benefits of it. Third theory is social exchange theory. This theory focuses on benefits and cost information sharing. An example for this theory, in tourism industry, the perception of brand image will affect the consumption pattern of their customers. Now move to the ICT related arguments. The role of ICT can be argued using main two perspectives. First one is objective perspective. According to that, tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge treated as separately. Accordingly, using ICT sources generate consumer opinions can improve the quality of goods and services. So we can conclude that the explicit knowledge is extracted and stored using ICT. Then the practice-based perspective. According to that, tacit knowledge and explicit knowledge can be treated as separately. Online booking, online review, and social media facilitates to KM perspectives. However, there is a question whether things such as customer experience and thinking are truly received other political customers. So we can conclude that ICT tools help to create relationship between people and facilitate sharing of knowledge with people at distance. Now, I am going to talk about how COVID-19 impacted to the knowledge management practices in tourism industry. First of all, if we consider new knowledge creation and development of existing knowledge, many concepts like sustainable tourism, e-tourism, bubble tourism were developed, and new technologies like robots for screening travelers were also developed during COVID. Then the captured knowledge through facing various crises, especially experiences which were gained through facing viruses like SARS, MERS, and Ebola are used to face COVID-19. However, the flow of knowledge or knowledge sharing related to tourism industry was also limited with the imposition of travel restrictions between countries. But the new knowledge and strategies needed to keep the tourism industry moving forward without stagnating were shared by local and international travel agencies and related institutions through online technologies like Zoom and video conferencing. It was difficult for tour guides to properly manage their knowledge and experience and take advantage of it. Because of this job risking as well as changing educational patterns, many didn't like to go to education related to tourism. Therefore, tourism education also collapsed due to COVID-19. Finally, we can move to our suggestions. According to our view, there are many ways to boost the tourism industry through effective knowledge management. Because of we live in digitalized and technological society, and also tourism industry move forward with the technology, we can partnering with social media influencers to promote tourism locations, and also we can maintain professionally designed and updated website and develop online booking and payment system for tourism industry. Moreover, improvements to the current marketing and promotion initiatives and tax incentives are suggested. Thank you.